All right, Ralph Hasen also, and of course Frank Lampard, their thoughts on that game. We could go on and on talking about it, but we're pressed for time. So let's just go to the papers with the few minutes we have left on the show. Let's take a look at the papers. Ladies first. Let's start with Sporting Life.
Sporting Life. Interesting one from Nigeria Football Federation here from the Sporting Life, where you have Mali Diarra Congo talk with Rohr. This is coming from NFF. A Glasshouse Chiefs also ban under 17 players from having club agents. What do you guys think of this story?
The one about Rohr is the one I like to talk about.
I know.
You know, because they've said, from what we're hearing, is commentaries and, talks in the media, is that they are presenting him with a new contract. I think in the course of this week or maybe this, and the contract terms are a bit stringent. You must not do this. You must. We are going to give you players. We are going to. How can you tell a coach?
But you sure that is there? Because what you have here on the contract you're talking about, they said they insist that his monthly wages, salary will be $55,000.
Ben probably has an exclusive.
I have an exclusive.
Then another one is he must live in Nigeria and Eagles list must be scrutinized. That's what I want to draw. Scrutinized, not that they're going to give him players, yes.
You don't do that anywhere in the world.
Okay.
If you are a manager, it's like asking the England manager or somewhere. When, we like to compare. Submit your list for me to scrutinize so that I will say I'm bringing A or B player into the team. No, he goes around. And if you say you should be going about the country looking for local players, what are the other assistants doing? What are the other technical crew members doing? They should go around the country. They know the players better. If you see, let me use the word correct. If you see correct players, bring them to the national team. If they pass the mark, they play for the national team. I give you an instance. I like to go back when Stephen Keshi was in charge. What he did was allow other coaches to go around and scout for players. And they bring the players and then he screens them. And if they are good enough, that is why we went to the Nations Cup in South Africa with 9 home-based players. And we won the Nations Cup. So who says we cannot do it again? So it is for the other coaches to be given the task to grow.
All right. Favor your response to that quickly.
Okay, I want to take a different view from what Ben Elia says. I think it's good for a coach who coaches the national team to be in Nigeria. Now, don't forget that Coach Gernot Rohr does not believe in Nigerian league players. Now, saying the assistant coach should scout players for you is your choice to choose the players or not, because probably you've not seen them, maybe video clips. But if you go to match venues, you get to see these players. We have good players in the league. How can you coach a team like the Super Eagles in Nigeria and you're based outside of the country? On that aspect, I think the NFF are right, if that's in the contract.
Okay.
And two, talking about vetting of lists, we've given him free hand. What have we got in bronze? Okay. And getting to the World Cup, which we have coaches who have won bronze. We have Stephen Keshi, Christian Chukwu, Austin Aguafon, they've won bronze for us. And let's look at it critically. Rohr has his best achievement coaching the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Before the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who was Gernot Rohr? Gernot Rohr made his history and whatever thing he has made in the CV under the Super Eagles of Nigeria, with the team he has. So Nigeria has given him free hand. And this is what we've got him. But is it really what we should celebrate at the moment? Right. And I think that's why the NFF are looking at, let's see how we can change things. We've had you, we've given you free hand to choose your players, to do a lot of things. But if we keep on going like this, we'll have more players who will nationalize will play abroad and come and play for Nigeria. And then our league is suffering. What's the essence of the league if we can't have players?
All right. It's always good to have different opinions. It helps for balance. Our last bit for review, Sporting Sun, we might not be able to, but that's it. We might not just be able to review it. A lot of interesting stories. Some of them we've already touched on already. I guess our time is up on the show. Ben Elia, I want to thank you for being here today.
Yeah, delight, despite the traffic.
Favor too, I want to thank you as well.
Thank you very much. It was
good.
A pleasure.
It was good doing this with you. And I want to thank you as well for allowing us to be a part of your day. This is the last edition of the show for the week. We'll be here again next week. But of course, you can join us later tonight for another 1 hour of sports. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a fantastic weekend.